Job search tips. Maximising your income with IR35 and your limited company or PSC. If you contract via a limited company, you need to reap the benefits of being a contractor, and to do this you need to ensure that your contractual terms take you outside of IR35, and this is a tax that's designed to tax people who are working in a way that they are really disguised employees, and you have to avoid this. Basically, you have to prove that you are genuinely working in business of your own accord, which means that you're really a genuine businessman, to avoid any chance of being taxed under IR35. So here's the problem. The taxman can go back 5 years and look at your contracts over that period of time. The frustration is that whilst HMRC encourage you to be open and declare to them that you may have doubts about your contract, the fact of the matter is that it takes them an awful lot, really long time to assess your contract as to whether it is in or out of IR35, and if you do declare it, it's really a red flag, and it's a reason why they may well choose to investigate you in the first place. Therefore, instead of going to HMRC, we'd always advise that you try to get professional advice. Firstly, because if you take responsibility on and get that advice, you can't be fined. Secondly, that you'll end up with a very good idea as to whether you are going to be caught by IR35 or not, and generally take the appropriate action. I would say that most advice on your contract costs about £100. At the moment, until April 2015, the Revenue, HMRC, have introduced a screening process known as the Business Entity Test. However, they have announced they're withdrawing it. Nevertheless, the principles of the key questions are very relevant as to whether you are in or outside of IR35, and it's very important you have a very good idea as to whether you are caught by IR35 or not. As an employee paying PAYE, you could be facing paying between 30 to 60% tax and national insurance based on your earnings and how high they are. As a limited company contractor outside of IR35, you could net between 80 and 85% of your income after tax. Why such a difference? Well, firstly, you pay less income tax as you can pay yourself minimum wage and the rest via dividends. Secondly, you pay less national insurance as dividends don't attract national insurance charges. And thirdly, you can make far more legitimate expense charges to your business for the services you provide and the tools of your trade. For example, computers, phones, training, professional qualifications, and even things like rent for your premises, which you might apportion against the amount of time that you spend with your business in your home. To reap these benefits and to be outside of IR35, you need a professional contract with the right terms in it, and in addition, your actual work and conditions need to reflect this. Our website and its links does explain IR35, www.biteconsulting.co.uk, and the contract advice given in the section can help you and gives you some of the advice that you may need. So to reap the benefits of being outside IR35, you do, in my view, need professional advice. However, here are a couple of tips to help you. Never accept payment to anything other than your business bank account. Certainly not to your personal bank account. Always invoice first and receive payments against that invoice. the one which you've issued, and if you do sign a reverse billing agreement, make sure that you are agreeing to terms of at least 14 days credit or more. The reason for this is that you cannot be confused with being part of a disguised payroll or payroll under PAYE. Do ensure your contract has a substitution clause in it. And also, please make sure that you have any clauses providing direction and control over you withdrawn. What you need to do is ensure that your contract actually allows you to determine the way in which you provide the service to the client.